So a few days ago, I made a video discussing the misogynistic and absolutely moronic existence that is the Whatever podcast. But today, we'll be tackling the boss, alright? The Big Bertha of cringe red pill content. Now, if any of you guys have been so unlucky to hear of the Fresh and Fit podcast, then first off, I just want to apologize because that shit is hella unfortunate. We have a debate between Fresh from Fresh and Fit, which if any of you guys know who that is the absolute fucking Neanderthal. All he does is talk about how majority of girls are gold diggers, majority of women are hoes, and are nothing more than that, yet got caught getting a prostitute, which he paid for because she's a prostitute, pregnant. Now, if he didn't already lose all his respect, anybody who's watched the podcast knows that it's really only Myron who sometimes makes a little semblance of sense. He's the only one who can actually speak in coherent sentences. If I had to relate how Fresh talks, I would probably relate it best to an Oompa Loompa. And who's debating him is the so wonderful hypocrite that is Sneeko.
Imagine seeing the girl you love
get fucked.
You love her? Yeah, I do. I love it. Yeah, I love her. So if it's gonna happen, I might as well see it, supervise it, make sure everything's okay.
Wait, what? No, you.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry.
If any of you guys know Sneeko, then you know that Sneeko is the only person who grows more immature as he got older. He has pretty much regressed to some kind of weirdo that doesn't actually agree with the 18-year-old age of consent. In fact, he can't actually put his thumb on what he thinks the age of consent should be.
A 15 or 16-year-old.
I beg you.
A 21-year-old, if there was a marriage where the father consented and the daughter consented, and it was both good on both families.
Without talking too much, let's just go ahead and get into the fucking mind-numbing debate this was between the fucking Predator and the Hypocrite.
Yeah, the medical misinformation.
Yeah. What's up?
I just think these platforms have agendas, and
here we go.
They have rules. And if you don't follow the rules, you're out. It's that simple.
Yes.
However, let's be fair here. In a house, you have guests that come every now and then.
No joke, there is an actual reason why Fresh speaks like this.
Someone not to like you, see your tweets, see your content, and then say, get them out of here. So it works, bro. Their platform. So.
Do you think you said something we don't know?
Huh?
We know this.
No, you don't. You went on got banned.
Okay. That was 2 years ago? Okay, you realize that some people need to do this. Some people need to put things on the line, just like the guy you had earlier.
Yeah.
The whistleblower who's might lose his job to tell the truth.
Well,
now the main problem I have with people like Sneeko and Myron is that they try to come off as pseudo-intellectuals. You know, they really try to come off like they know what the fuck they're talking about, and that everything is a battle, everything is a struggle, and you just gotta sacrifice for the greater good and for the sake of the truth. But in a lot of their cases, the truth just means all women are gold digging sluts, and you need to ditch all responsibility in order to do whatever the fuck you want, and that doing whatever you want is being a real man. Well, being a real man, in my opinion, isn't just doing whatever the hell you want. It's actually taking care of responsibilities, doing shit that you do not want to do.
Sneeko, I agree with you.
So, but what you're saying, like you keep saying as if we don't know that there's favoritism on social media. Everybody knows this, but some people are going to tell the truth regardless. And if you don't have those people, the truth never gets out there.
Well, guess what? Your voice. What is it in your voice?
But you're saying things that are so obvious.
Who you calling pinhead?
The same face I make while I watch this fucking lobotomizing debate is about the same face I would make if I witnessed a homeless person get fucking mowed down the street by a steamroller.
And you have to go to different platforms, but the platforms are still there.
But the thing is, you know this and you still did it.
Yes.
Okay.
So what are you saying?
Some people might not know this that are making content.
Everybody knows.
No, they don't.
I talk about the ban quite a bit.
If they did, they wouldn't be getting banned.
Do you think Candace Owens didn't know that there's favoritism on social media?
No. What I'm saying is that if they don't like you. That's the point I'm trying to make here. So if you're not following their agenda and they don't like you, that's when you're fucked.
Okay, who do you think doesn't know that got banned?
What the hell is this?
And one who got banned who's telling the truth.
Well, I won't say their name, but someone close to us that we know very well.
Okay.
That was in Romania.
not get we don't get
what
censored.
I'm saying is, if you end up making content that's not what they want you to say,
they will ban you. We
Yes.
know this.
Bro, if you make Sneeko look like the intellectual in the room, then you know you are doing something morally fucking wrong. The fact that this guy should basically win a participation award for not actually saying anything but just repeating shit that is basically fucking known to anybody with a working brain. The idea that if you say something that a company doesn't want you to say, they will take it down or they will ban you. Fucking duh, that is the old idea of a ban. You never heard of a terms of service? Of course not, because we all know that this motherfucker Fresh cannot read.
Well, I can't read.
Right. But some people have to do that regardless.
no, they don't.
Okay. All right. Okay. We can disagree.
Not everyone wants to be a martyr, bro. And
So you don't have to be a martyr. I'm saying if you don't want to do that, that's fine. But
Yeah.
don't try to say that like it's something we don't know.
but they should know so that they can make a choice.
Okay. Most of these people are not going to be content creators.
How do you know?
Okay.
You don't know who's watching.
The bigger point is that no matter what happens, tell the truth. Do not let these people hold your balls and let you and decide what you believe is true and what's not as true.
Who are these people?
Okay, Fresh.
Who you calling pinhead?
Now I really want to take some time to really nail down and hit home hard on my biggest issues with everything going on right here. I talked about my individual gripes I have with them, i.e. Sneeko being a predator who can't really seem to nail what he agrees on to be the age of consent, and the fact that he flip-flops between 15-year-olds being completely able to have sex and marry people that are 50 years old.
Weird, buddy. You're weird.
And Fresh being the fat-nosed hypocrite he is, perpetrating exactly what he claims to hate by banging a thought.
Damn.
Claiming that you are a
Beta cup, beta male bitch.
if you get with someone who just wants you for your money. But guess what? You had to pay for Punani, and that's your baby mama now. I hope you're proud. I just really want to make it known though, as much as I hate on Fresh, my hate for all of them in that room is equal. I mean, Fresh, that dude's the biggest hypocrite I've ever seen. He is an absolute goofball. Sneeko is one of the biggest hypocrites, but above all, he's a creep. Mine is a semi-sexist, low-key wife beater who constantly cries about women in the West being sluts, yet he only goes for OnlyFans models and prostitutes. Buddy, of course, they're just for the money.
Oh, so then why do you keep bringing it up as if it's something that I made a mistake?
Well, what do you think?
I just told you what I think 4 times in a row. I don't think I made a mistake. I think I did the right thing.
I think you made a mistake.
Okay. Do you see like do you hear him looping?
Listen. Do you regret doing this? You said no, but you did say we shouldn't happen because things will be different. You probably be further ahead.
Okay, so you just proved my point.
Huh?
You just proved my point. I never regretted the decisions I made.
No. You said verbally you didn't regret it, but I could see it. You did, even though you didn't say.
Come here. Shut your stupid ass up.
Now it is very clear, at least to me it is, that Fresh came out of this debate very worse for wear. He seemed to come into this debate kind of confident, only just to leave, confirming the fact that Fresh only understands and reads arithmetic at a 3rd grade level. But we all knew Fresh wasn't the smartest guy in the room. I just want to make it very clear that I am not just dogging on Fresh. So this last segment will be dedicated to absolutely dogging on the fucking Predator. Now if Editing Romeo is thinking the same, which we gotta be, then the title of this video will be Predators and Hypocrites. Now as well, Sneeko is a huge fucking hypocrite. Fresh is a gigantic one because he has built his entire personality over something that he very well doesn't give a fuck about, just abandoning and going off and breaking it.
You can't keep getting away with this!
Sneeko seems to be very implanted in this predator mindset, as he has doubled down on it on multiple occasions, but can never actually give any fucking answer when to explain it. And there lies one of my biggest problems with Sneeko. He openly promotes and talks about issues and certain topics that he has no knowledge in to a bunch of people on his stream that also have no knowledge because they can't be above the age of 12. I would dare say that no one who watches Sneeko is married or has ever been in a relationship or has, you know, I don't know, ever had a sleepover with their friends. Putting the incel shaming aside, Sneeko is genuinely a bad person in my eyes. I believe that only God can fully judge someone, but at the end of the day, Sneako has shown on multiple occasions that he will blatantly lie about his past in order to change how you feel about him in the future, but B, that he has a very hard time changing his moral stances. Just to better get my point across, what I mean between the two is he has no problem bringing on a flat earther onto his stream and then promoting to a bunch of kids and young adults that the earth is actually flat. Now obviously this is a very silly example of something he's actually done, but imagine that to a bigger scale, you know, just promoting something that you have no knowledge about to other people that have no knowledge about it. And then you have these strong moral beliefs. You have like the religion, you know, the how you feel about abortion, these strong moral beliefs. Those he will not change no matter what. That's why when Destiny pressured him on, you know, well, tell me, what do you think the specific age of consent should be? He couldn't give a number, but also he wouldn't be comfortable changing and being like, you know what, I was wrong. Maybe I shouldn't believe that pedophilia is alright.
I'm talking about your personal beliefs. Do you think someone in their 20s should be able to marry a 15 or 16-year-old?
To someone in their 20s should be, I mean, I personally wouldn't do it. I don't know many people who would do it. The maturity for people in the teenagers in the West is getting much worse, but there are...
We're talking globally. Let's just talk globally. Like, do you think it is okay for... And I'm not talking about just you specifically anymore. Anyone. Do you think it's okay for anyone in their 20s, an adult, to marry a 15 or 16-year-old?
A 21-year-old, if there was a marriage where the father consented and the daughter consented, and it was both good on both families and they wanted to do it, why am I going to get involved?
You're gonna get involved, you fucking waste of brain matter, because the entire fucking argument and debate is directed towards what the age of consent should be. Therefore, in the description that he's describing, you would already have to predetermine that the age of consent should and will be 16. Therefore, the daughter is even in the position to consent. If I were to make the argument that an 11-year-old should be able to get with a 50-year-old because the 11-year-old can consent and the 11-year-old's father can consent, that would already be based on the presumption that 11 years old is the age of consent. But it is fucking not, nor will it ever be, or should it be. Same with 16, the fact that some American states still have the age of consent being 16 actually fucking irks me. And to be honest, I think Sneako is just an overall piece of shit. Now, another reason why people riot in the streets and throw burning garbage cans through storefront windows is because as Sneako, he constantly misinterprets his own religion. He claims to be Muslim, yet he can never explain anything, alright, and any question that is ever asked of him regarding his religion or Muslim as a whole. Now, if you guys know anything about Muslim and the religion and the talks online about it, all that, people constantly get into debates and fiery arguments about the applications of child pedophilia and Muhammad doing whatever with a 12-year-old, 9-year-old girl. I'm not sure, but all I'm saying is, if you belong to this religion that has these type of claims around it, and you believe the age of consent shouldn't be 18, don't you think you should at least have some iota of fucking thought and reasoning behind why you believe this? But I forgot, and you know what? That's my fault, guys. I take full responsibility, alright? I forgot to realize that asking Sneako to research anything that he's fucking talking about before spewing and lying or making up shit about it would be the equivalent to dragging your nuts across fiberglass.
Why should we get the government involved? Why would I tell them if everybody's consenting, if everybody's okay with it, if the parents are okay with it, if nobody's being harmed, if it's going to be okay, if they're both abiding by the rules and they're not hurting each other, why not?
But
If my scooter outside the day, next minute.
Now, to wrap this video up in a neat little bow tie, I will say my last 2 cents and then close off the video. Sneako is a bad person. He is a hypocrite who has shown on multiple occasions that he will lie like the best of them and make up whatever the fuck he wants to get some type of sympathy or to be the victim or just so you agree with him. Fresh is a hypocrite who has built his entire career off the idea of empowering men, even though his actions don't empower men and in fact make men look retarded. They had a debate, just shows that even if you're stupid, someone can always be stupider. And I just want this video to be a daily reminder that you guys should go and try to educate yourself so you don't ever end up like Sneeko or Fresh or any of these fucking low-life degenerates. But with that being said, I hope you guys had a good time watching the video. If you like it, of course, share it with your friends, like, subscribe, and, you know, recommend any other future video or topic that you think I'd be interested in. And, of course, protect your hole, ladies and gentlemen.